Hi again, just wanted to do a quick sort of product review slash overview of my Astucas Sestrals poncho. This is a synthetic quilt, but it can also be used as a poncho. And I really like the sort of multi-purpose use of this type of product. It's made by a small company, as I said, Astucas, in the Spanish Pyrenees, by a guy called Marco, who's in charge of this company. It's a small cottage company. I really like using these type of products for ultralight and lightweight use for fast packing. You can get some very light, very high quality products that's made to your sort of body size, to the type of fabrics and so on that you want, and the thickness of the fabric. So what you can adjust in this is the color and sort of type of fabric you use for the out, and you can of course adjust the size of it and the thickness of the insulation. It uses this Climate Shield Apex insulation, which in most mines is the best sort of synthetic type of insulation used for quilts and ultralight synthetic insulated jackets and so on. Mine is with Apex 133, so it comes in just about 500 grams for a size medium. It's rated down to around 5 degrees. I'm a warm sleeper, so I can easily sleep in this with a bit of clothes down to around -5, maybe -10 if I have a bivy and if I have some warmer clothes. It has buttons here in the foot box. I actually kind of prefer buttons to zippers, as this gives you the option of opening sort of the lower part of it. So you can have 1 or 2 buttons still buttoned here, and you can open it up here so you can have a feet out and maybe have a bit of sort of cold air coming in when it's warm in summertime. You can of course open up the foot box entirely, taking the cinch open, and you can open these up also, or close them if you want to. And then the rest of this, you have buttons here, so when it's cold you can button it up down beneath you. And then Astucas don't have sort of a cinch cord at the top. The idea is that it's a bit longer, so it's so long that when you're sleeping on your side or your stomach, the top of the quilt will go over your head, so you have this as an insulation for your head. I find that works quite well, especially if it's not super drafty. But I often use a bivy bag, so if it's drafty I would just go down in my bivy and I won't have a draft. So for this type of use it works really, really well, I think. And it works as a poncho. So around the center of it you have this opening that you can open up, and you can put it on as a poncho. Then you use the buttons to close it, so you can still have your arms out. But otherwise the rest of you is entirely engulfed. You can of course open this up. Often what I do in morning, I still have the foot box closed and I sit with my feet inside and I just curl up, and you can sit out and enjoy. And this is much warmer than most insulated jackets, so often for 3 or 4 season use I just have a thin insulated jacket like the Montbell Thermowrap I'm using now, and then I will have this, and then I'm saving sort of bigger, warmer camp jacket, and I will use this instead of this. So it's really good for camp jacket. It's also very good for if you have breaks. You can use it for this. Just quickly whip it out and put it on, and you can sit and enjoy the break without getting cold, and put it back in your bag and continue on. So really good. I mean, it's not so good for hiking with it. You can do it a bit in the morning if it's very cold, but otherwise it's mainly for camp use and just for walking around a bit. So all in all, a very high-end cottage type product, and I really like the multifunctionality of this poncho style thing. One of the things I like about the Astucas type is that you have a very high collar here, which is very nice when it's cold, that you can insulate your neck area. very high quality made, very good customer service, very good craftsmanship. I really like the materials. I've used this quite a lot. I did, for example, the Cape Wrath Trail in UK with this and other trails. It's good for especially moist climate, but also for winter bivvying and all this kind of stuff, where you have the good qualities of the synthetic insulation. And I don't really find it packs down that much bigger than down insulation type. It's maybe 10 to 20% bigger volume than a down insulation type, and a bit maybe same amount of weight for the similar warmth. But then you have the multifunctionality of this, and you had the added sort of weather resistance of this. So all in all, a very big recommendation to this Astucas Sestrals poncho from here. Been using it quite a lot and will use it quite a lot in the future for ultralight hiking and for fast packing and this type of activities.